So this large wall sign is 33¼ inches wide by 48 inches long, and it's foldable to make it easier and cost-effective to ship internationally. Stick around to see how you can make one of these yourself. For this project, I'm using a 1/4 inch poplar board, which has a dimension of 6 inch by 36 inches long. So I started off by ripping the board into half. I found the center of the board and marked that, and then I'm going to use that as a reference to rip the board. I repeated those steps for another 7 boards. For this project, I only need 14 boards, one of which would be a little bit wider than the remaining 13 boards. And the wider one will be the top board, as you would see at the end of the video. With all of the boards ripped, I then moved on to spraying 6 of them, spraying the first 3 with a gray chalk paint and the other 3 with a blue chalk paint. And then it was time to engrave the boards. If you would like to see how I set up my Xtool D1 Pro to allow me to engrave longer boards, check out the video in the card above. You will also see it in the description below. But first, watch this video through the end so you don't miss a step. If you like, you can skip ahead through the engraving process. Just use the timestamp on the description of the video. Just in case you're curious to know why I chose poplar for this project, well, poplar happens to be one of the lightweight wood species, and since this is a project that I will be shipping internationally, I wanted to make sure I chose the lightest wood available, and poplar was the best choice of wood in my area. So at this point in the video, I just want to remind you that all you need is just a little faith and some DIY action. So I just use a mini rechargeable electric duster to blow out any particles left from the engraving. And then I applied a very generous amount of shellac to finish and seal the wood. Now, before I started attaching the boards together, I tried out some spacing using some dowels, and I also tried a 1/2 inch dowel, square dowel, which I had made from some leftover 1/2 inch plywood. And the spacing from using the 1/2 inch dowel turned out to be a better fold, and so that's what I went with. So the material that I'm using to attach the board strips together to make them foldable is a heavy cotton webbing material. I happen to have a couple rolls of that from another project, a craft project, so I just use that. They come in this tan color. They come in multiple colors, but I use the tan color because it goes well with the color of the wood. So right now I'm just using my tape measure to find the center so that I can have the webbing material at the center of the board. At this point in the video, I want to thank you for taking the time to watch the video this far. If you're getting some value from it, please like and share it with somebody else. I appreciate you. And if you have not already, click on the subscribe button for more videos like this. And just for extra assurance, I added one more extra staple to each one of the strips. And for the hanger, I'm just using a piece of the webbing material there and doing a simple fold on the back of the top strip that will serve as both the handle and the hanger on the wall. And we are just about to wrap up this video, but before we do, I want to remind you that all you need is just a little bit of faith and some DIY action. And until the next video, I hope you will have a tangible experience of God's love today. And that is it. The project is completed. I used some extra material to make these handles that will be used for carrying it. And don't leave just yet. You might like one